And alongside me, the man who never missed a place kick when I saw him play, Chris Patterson. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening. Have a perfect night for goal kicking as well this evening, isn't it? Dry, crisp, very little wind. And an important game.
Use it!
To round off the first block of 5 fixtures.
There is Johan Mulder, who had a slightly slow start to his time at Cardiff, but he has become the first choice 9, keeping out a couple of Wales internationals these days. Ashman finds his jumper.
That's one stop.
Out there from Charlie Shiel. That was on to Lang. The two half-backs for Edinburgh paired together for the second straight weekend.
Release.
Josh Adams there just holding up Piers O'Connor, who's at his 3rd club in 3 seasons, having been at Bristol a couple of seasons ago. Then he had that 1 season over on the west coast of Ireland in Galway with Connacht. There he is again, Piers O'Connor. Now reunited with his old teammate at Bristol, Magnus Bradbury, of course. That was Cammy Scott taking
9.
the contact. Here's Charlie Shiel just pausing. Marshall Sykes,
Okay,
big
now
physical
use it.
presence in that second row alongside the captain, Grant Gilchrist.
Regathered.
Well, that was
regathered.
put down under not too much pressure.
9, use it.
I think he caught it between his knees. I think he dropped it to his hands, but caught it on his knees before it hit the ground.
And use it.
Was it Beetham?
Yes, it was. He's one of the 9 Cardiff players named in the Wales squad by Steve Tandy. Oh, what a break. That was fantastic from Wes Goosen. Like all good fullbacks, Chris, he was the first man out of the changing rooms this evening to test the wind. Darcy Ray, little chip across. Oh, and that's perfectly placed. And a first touch, and that is fantastic for Lewis Wells. What an introduction to his time in the first team at Edinburgh.
That's a fantastic try from Edinburgh. Really came out of the blocks, as you say, willing to carry. Dylan Richardson with a couple of big guys. A couple of really good defensive efforts, actually, from Josh Adams and Harri Millard to stop Edinburgh getting to the outside channel. Edinburgh knew that, then went up the middle with a great break from Goosen. And in just a sense, this is a break from Goosen here. Kicks a little bit too long from Mulder, and then his footwork and his feint takes him right on. But this is a fantastic tap tackle in the midfield. I think, was it Josh McNally perhaps? But then because of that high edge in the first couple of minutes of coming up and shutting off the pass, Cameron Scott has recognised that. He's known what was coming. He's changed his tack. It's a beautiful crossfield kick to Lewis Wells, who dodged down in the corner. It's a perfect start in terms of execution and understanding from Edinburgh.
Well, Cammy Scott unable to convert it from a defensive perspective there, Chris. Josh Adams, Jacob Beetham, 2 internationals. Were they caught out a little?
Well, I think that their tactic, obviously, Cardiff's tactic is to get high in the edge to stop the pass. 2 phases before that, Josh Adams came up and made a really good read, and he shut off the outside pass. It was Piers O'Connor who had to carry into heavy contact. And I think it's just really good attacking now from Cammy Scott, who recognised that the space is there, but the best way to get it is with a kick pass rather than the pass.
Lewis Wells making just his 3rd appearance here for Edinburgh. He had 1 league appearance last season along with a game in the Challenge Cup, but it's the first time he's been in the first team this season. Taulupe Faletau leaving us as well, so that really is a blow, not just to Cardiff, but I suspect to Wales as well, just 4 minutes into the match.
Yeah, he was really slow to get up on the far side, and after a ruck, when I watched him, he almost like hunkered down behind the ruck and limped almost to the edge defensively. So it's not a good sign at all to see somebody leaving the pitch so early.
Well, there's no such thing as a like-for-like replacement when it comes to Taulupe Faletau, but they do have a man on who is at home in the same position and role. Alan Lawrence comes on, who had a super season last year. There goes Dylan Richardson, who is being used in the back row, of course, originally a hooker. Scotland international, but playing his first season of rugby
Okay, last feet.
in Scotland, having
Use it.
come through the Sharks system down there in South Africa. Sharks having got their first win earlier today, a rather laboured affair against the Scarlets down in Durban. That was better into the hands of Beetham. On there from Mulder. There goes the first carry for Lawrence. With that headgear, he's going to be easy to identify tonight. Here goes Josh Adams, coming hard and fast off his wing. On there from Ioan Lloyd. Here's Josh McNally. What a signing he's proved to be. A man, I think it would be fair to say, in the autumn, perhaps even late autumn of his career, but going nicely. Harri Millard just chips it ahead.
Good kick from Millard. Good attack from Cardiff, really sharp with ball in hand. The crisp passing in front of the players who just wave after wave coming onto possession. This is Alex Mann, the ball at the back, and then the delayed pass and offload from Ioan Lloyd puts Millard away, and I think that's the right idea. He would have wanted that to stay in field, obviously, to put Goosen under more pressure. That's why he's grimacing, but it's a good first attack from Cardiff. Crisp with ball in hand.
The catch there from Grant Gilchrist, who I said was the captain a couple of moments ago. He's the vice-captain these days. Magnus Bradbury has the leadership role, although I think it's probably fair to say in terms of seniority and experience, there aren't too many more leaders around in Scottish rugby than Gilchrist. And here goes Taine Basham. He's got Mulder outside him, and Mulder trying to step inside, and Mulder has gone all the way. The opportunity presented itself. Edinburgh perhaps missed a tackle that they should have made, but it's Johan Mulder, the South African, who gets Cardiff right back into it.
It was almost a fumble, wasn't it? And Taine Basham was the first to react. The kick goes up from Charlie Shiel. The initial tackle, the initial catch obviously just bounced away from Josh Adams, but Taine Basham was so quick to react, and then the delayed pass drew in Shiel. Magnus Bradbury did his best to get back, but Mulder was too powerful. He broke the line and got through. Look at the work rate of Mulder on that outside. And then there, Magnus Bradbury, disappointed to see that again. Just gets beaten on the inside shoulder. Charlie Shiel can't quite get back in time either, but it's a powerful scrum half. Mulder finished it well. Just the reaction to the spill ball on issue was really good from Basham.
Ioan Lloyd, his first kick as a starter for his Boytown club. Can't make it, but Taine Basham, another of the newbies in this part of the world. Mulder was looking for the support, and I think that may have caught out Magnus Bradbury just a little bit, but yeah, that was a tackle he should have made. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, he'll make the next one. There's good delay in the pass from Basham as well, just to really draw in Charlie Shiel.
Well, the penalty going immediately the way of Edinburgh, so the lack of discipline. And there's Liam McConnell, who's a player who's really is something of a shooting star.
Yeah, an aggressive back row player. You know, a lot of facets to the game, just perfect for that back row. Oh, maybe look at that no-arms tackle from Pierre Schoeman there on Alan Lawrence. It was straight from the kickoff. That's Liam McConnell in a really good position, but was there a wrap from Piers Schoeman as he chased the kick-off on the tackle on Lawrence? Andrew Brace will go and have a look.
And Andrew Brace getting his shuttle runs in to run from 122 all the way to the other to see the screen in the corner. The television match official, by the way, is Colin Stanley from Ireland.
Yeah, there are angles coming up now.
The anticipation. Here it comes.
It's attempted cock goal in first view. It's penalty only, right? That's what I've got. It's a failed clean, but he doesn't land down. Just show it to me again, Cole. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just keep playing it through.
There's a crook roll, maybe. Alex Mann.
Yeah, Alex Mann there wearing 6.
It's a failed croc goal. It's a penalty. We stick with a penalty only.
Yeah, sorry, I thought it was maybe looking at Piers Schoeman's tackle. There was an attempt to wrap.
There wasn't a lot of arms there, was
there?
there?
There was an attempt to wrap. I think he just got beaten, really.
It's already a penalty for holding. The 6 count himself very lucky. It is a croc roll, but it's an attempted croc roll. He's missed it, okay? So it's a penalty. No, mate. No, it's all good. Yeah. 6. Just watch your clean out. You're very lucky. You don't land on the limb. Okay, it's an attempted croc roll. Okay, penalty only here. Yeah.
Alex Mann, one of those 9 players in Steve Tandy's first Wales squad for November. Here's Ioan Ashman. Goes to Gilchrist.
Yeah, I got him. Cheers, mate. Advantage.
Ashman once more. Gilchrist couldn't get his feet back on the ground, so there is a penalty advantage. It's Shiel. On goes Dylan Richardson, very powerful in the carry. Ashman once more. The referee still has got that advantage, so Edinburgh know this is a free hit. Look at Liam Belcher in there trying to hold up the ball carrier. Here goes Darcy Ray. Edinburgh really throwing the heavy artillery until Shiel senses there's a moment. And he goes through. And it's the scrum half, Charlie Shiel, who saw the opportunity, the shaft of light. And Edinburgh didn't need the penalty advantage. They get their second try. What a start this is in the Welsh capital.
So sharp from the half-backs. Clever decision-making, this big ball cries. This is one from Darcy Ray. I think there was a second penalty advantage for a high tackle there. Then Charlie Shiel just goes right over the top of the ball. One of the clear-out players, I think it's Pierre Schoeman, clears out. Is it Alan Lawrence perhaps? And it creates a space for Charlie Shiel to run through. He has to recognise it there and takes it and gets over. So astute from the scrum half, so quick at the base, and it's in the second try, and it was effectively from the kick-off after Cardiff scored with the concession of penalty, so it's end-to-end stuff. Another look here, this is a big carry from Darcy Ray, and then that clear out there from Schoeman on Lawrence just creates a space for Charlie Shiel. You recognise it, and well, I'll tell you what, it's a better finish every time you look at it, because he had 3 players to beat and a bit of strength and power to barge over as well.
Well, I think another one to keep an eye on there for the defence coaches. And in much the same way that
and use it!
The Ospreys had their balloon of optimism pricked last week by Glasgow, I wonder if Cardiff, who got off to such a great start here, will feel that this is a step up in class, facing an Edinburgh side laden with Scotland internationals. There goes Lawrence, hard and straight.
Tackle.
He's the replacement for Taulupe Faletau, out there from Mulder. That was Thomas, and Beetham it is who puts it down.
Advantage knock on.
Edinburgh have it. It's Richardson who throws it out. Lang has got a turn, but will come back.
Stop shouting at me.
Well, the referee spotted an offside as well.
13.
And Andrew Brace is going to have a word with Harri Millard here.
Yeah, Andrew Brace has had enough.
We have against Cardiff, okay? Yeah, we've got against you. Knock on at the moment, mate. If I'm wrong, you can correct, okay? Knock on there by
Andrew Brace staying nice and calm, but Harri Millard's not.
Offside here, number 6. Yeah.
Good defence from Edinburgh. You can see the DNA in the sharpness in the Cardiff attack, and I think that's bringing the best out in Edinburgh's defence.
Knock on first by Edinburgh.
Oh, right, Harri Millard was right then.
It is a knock on by Edinburgh first.
Andrew Brace did say, if I was just wrong, you can let me know. So somebody must have let him know. So the offside came after the initial knock-on. And the knock-on must have been in the tackle, I think, from the Edinburgh player as he made the tackle on Harri Millard.
Well, we've got a referee tonight, we've got a TMO, we've got at least 2 referees out there wearing blue, I think. Liam Belcher's one of those, I suppose, performing the captain's role.
Oh, he's a brilliant little smile there as well to Andrew Brace. He must have said something, because Brace's last comment was, if I've got it wrong, let me know. So I assume that was Liam Belcher letting him know he had it wrong. Anyway, good attack. I know that attack didn't come to a line break or any points, obviously, for Cardiff, but You can see the threat they have, and I think it's bringing the best out in the Edinburgh defence to be organised, to be structured, fill the field and come up quickly.
It's good to see Liam Belcher get international recognition during the summer, featuring in those 2 test matches against Japan. The first one that was lost, the second one which brought an end to that run of 18 consecutive Wales defeats. That was untidy though from Cardiff. Lang had to do well there. Here's the score of the first try, getting involved again, Lewis Wells, but we're coming back for the knock-on.
Yeah, just the timing's a little bit off there. I think it was Josh Adams who actually hit quite a nice line, and it was a delayed pass from Ioan Lloyd. It's just a double pump, wasn't it?
Get them to go quicker on the feed.
It's just the connection between Lloyd's first start at 10 for his new club and Josh Adams getting the timing right.
Okay, let's go, guys. Really good. Happy there? Yeah.
There's Johan Lloyd.
Same picture, please. Same picture.
Dan Edwards, the incumbent, when it comes to the Wales 10 jersey.
Callum Sheedy on the bench for Cardiff as well, who's been, had a really good start to the season. Attack especially, his kick attack, his kick selection has been excellent. Quite similar player to Ioan Lloyd, really. Both are very attack-minded.
The dominance there of that Edinburgh pack. There's Scott just firing it into the plastic, but the referee says we'll come back for the penalty. Yes, the third of the fly halves, by the way, Jared Evans, former Cardiff. There's Javan Sebastin with a smirk on his face.
Well, he knows these players very well.
He does, doesn't he?
Spent the last 3 seasons at Edinburgh, just left them in the summer, so him is opposite number Pierre. Schoeman will know all about each other. Schoeman seemed to get the better of it there. See Southworth is on his knees on this side as well. His left knee hit the ground. So he's up.
Okay, Cardiff, open up on the point. Right out, I'll bring him in.
Yes, Javan Sebastin, who we've just been talking about, played in this fixture 2 seasons ago for Edinburgh. Here's Ewan Ashman.
Ball. Out.
This is well orchestrated by Edinburgh. Ashman still going, Alan Lawrence trying to repel him along with Alex Mann. There goes Gilchrist. Darcy Ray. Here's Magnus Bradbury. The big men doing the carrying once more. That time it was Piers O'Connor. Dylan Richardson waiting for it. Oh, that was an awkward pass for James Lang. A little bit untidy from Cammy Scott, but Ben Thomas looking to take advantage here. Here goes Beetham, cutting in field. Dylan Richardson it was, making that tackle to halt the progress. Ben Thomas. Here's Danny Southworth. Southworth who got the bonus point score against the Dragons last week, and a chance to run here for Josh Adams, and he's got support left and right. It's Mulder once more. Adams wants it back. Now Adams shows them a clean pair of heels, and Cardiff have another try. 4 tries in the opening quarter of an hour, 2 apiece.
What a brilliant score from Cardiff Blues, from Josh Adams. It comes from the turnover. Almost Edinburgh stopped, Cardiff stopped as well, and the referee says play on, play advantage. They played through their knock-on advantage from deep inside their own 22. This was the initial error. The pass just dying on James Lang, can't quite pick it up. And then for half a second everybody stopped, and it was actually Beetham who triggered it right away on this left-hand side, and it's a brilliant handling up the right-hand side, frees Josh Adams who cuts inside. Mulder who scored the first involved in this as well. Good play from Adams to give the support, look for that second touch and have the pace to skip away under the post, but that came from 90 metres away and Beetham triggered it.
Also smart from Mulder, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Ioan Lloyd makes it worth 7 from right in front, and there's Josh Adams, who I think it's probably fair to say is not one of the quickest wings these days in World Rugby, certainly not at test level. So he has to be smart, he has to be clever, and he showed that there.
He looked quick there as well, didn't he? To get away after making that, the initial break up the right-hand side, and then that second touch, so important.
Lawrence with the catch.
Okay, use it!
Well, after the news yesterday about the Welsh rugby plans to reduce the number of Welsh teams, professional teams that is, from 4 to 3, not likely to happen for a couple of seasons yet, but certainly I would have thought over the course of not just this weekend but through much of the rest of the season, every player playing for a Welsh club will feel as if they're out there to make a point.
Fellas, gotta come in. I just said it, gotta come in. No, you got two. Are you in or you out? Yeah, but you gotta come in then.
Cardiff starting this match in 5th place in the league.
Grant, come
on
in.
The same number of points as Ulster. Ulster, whose perfect start to the season came to an end earlier today in Johannesburg when they were beaten at the old Ellis Park by the Lions. High-scoring game that. 80 points in 80 minutes. Penalty to Edinburgh. Taine Basham can't believe it.
There's two you get to
now. Adjust, please. Back foot.
There's offside coming off the maul.
7 halfway up the maul.
But it was a frustrating one for Cardiff because they didn't contest the line, and the line it wasn't straight, so it was a play on. And then, yeah, Basham's just offside, just in that far side of the maul, right under the nose of Andrew Brace. An excellent kick from Cammy. Scott puts Edinburgh back within, what, 10, 12 metres or so, maybe a little bit more actually from the Cardiff line.
Having moved 3 or 4 exits up the M4 from Newport, Taine Basham will feel that his new career here at Cardiff is an opportunity to refloat his Test match career. There was Shiel, on to Scott. Here's Bradbury. Good first-time tackle coming from Mulder there, who's getting through a lot of work of all kinds. Alex Mann it was there who scythed down the Edinburgh attacker. Well, Scott managing to get through and not held there, making metres perhaps he shouldn't have done. Here's Liam McConnell. Just 10 metres out here, Edinburgh. Schoeman. Gilchrist pops it up here for Bradbury. The heavy artillery coming in again to great effect. And can he get it down? The referee says so. It is the 3rd Edinburgh try. Well, it's Ioan Ashman who comes up with the ball.
Yeah, it's Ashman, I think. It's certainly got over. They might be checking that. Slight chance of knock on, but look at the power of Ashman. Initially, there's one opportunity to reach in place. It is. That's over the line. It's under control. It's a good finish from Ioan Ashman. But some brilliant build-up play. Cammy Scott took on the Cardiff defence. Again, Cardiff are flying up on the outside, cutting off any passing opportunity. So Cammy Scott did wonderfully well to break the first tackle, get back to his feet, get in behind, and then that was a trigger for almost picking directly over the top of the ball. It was Liam McConnell who picked up really quickly at pace, directly over the ball, made more metres. Darcy I think was in there as well. And rather than trying to get outside that blitz defence, Edinburgh just decided to go right over the top of the ball and go through it, and they did. And Ashman got the score.
Well, the place-kicking role is being shared around the place by Edinburgh. James Lang. 3 kicks at goal, a 3rd kicker. James Lang, I don't know whether that was entirely out of the middle.
Well, Cammy Scott's getting a bit of treatment at halfway, and as a shot clock counted down, the crowd gave it a 3-2-1, and it was on the one that James Lang kicked it, so he did well to manufacture it over, although it did look a little bit ugly.
It was quite a sharp left to right. Did you ever knock him like that, Chris? I don't remember you doing that.
No, I did. I hit a few worse than that.
Well, perhaps
doesn't
over the course of 20-odd years. No, you're
doesn't
right.
Matter if
you're
they go
right.
over.
You're right. There's never.
You can hit it well in this.
There's Dylan Richardson. Richardson is his future in the back row because, of course, he was a hooker.
He was a back row to start with. I mean, confirmed to hooker, so he feels more comfortable in the back row, but he's prepared to play that hooking berth as well. He's such a dynamic ball carrier, such a physical player. He's an asset wherever he plays.
Here's Mulder. Mann. Inside there to Sergeant Josh McNally, still a full-timer in the Air Force is McNally. One of the 2 games he missed last season in the URC for Cardiff was because he was on RAF duty playing in one of the services matches in Northampton. A couple of grabs taken there by Lewis Wells. Scorer of the first try, we've had 5 in just over 20 minutes.
Okay, and use it!
I sometimes say that in rugby less is more, but I'm rather enjoying 5 tries in the opening 22 minutes.
Yeah, it's the perfect night for it, isn't it? There's Basham hitting a hard line as well, and there's an example of Dylan Richardson's physicality and tackle on the goal on the halfway line.
If ever a player's name was onomatopoeic, it's Taine Basham. Thomas, Ioan Lloyd changes the direction of attack. Wearing 5 there. George Nott, like Basham, having made the move up the M4 from the Dragons during the summer. Mulder. Here's Lawrence. Getting no change out of Magnus Bradbury.
3. 9, use it. 7.
Through the opening
7.
quarter. What an opening quarter it's been. 31 points. The balance of them in favour of Edinburgh. Mulder. Here's Danny Southworth. Hard and straight. Marshall Sykes grabs him around the collar. Ioan Lloyd. Beetham did well to get that through the fingers. Was that a knock-on? It was.
It's Piers O'Connor that forced a knock-on, flying up on, was it Harri Millard? That was needed because the reaction, the instant reaction of the want to play from Cardiff is really impressive. From the high kick that goes up, it gets deflected back to Cardiff side, and instantly they want to play, they want to move the ball. That man there had the break from it. Southworth, the loose head prop, look at that footwork and away. Sykes is at full stretch to make the tackle. It's an important tackle to make this.
Quickly.
And then because it comes from this line break, the next phase of play, Piers O'Connor takes a risk in defence and flies up and just manages to disrupt Millard enough to force a knock-on.
Both teams, quickly.
Danny Southworth, this time 2 years ago, was on loan from Exeter, playing at Coventry in the Championship. Here he is now, perhaps poised to make his Wales debut. He's part of that squad, and when he considered the last game in the November series of matches is out of that so-called international window, when a fair portion of Steve Tandy's squad will return to clubs outside Wales. If not before, you would have thought Southworth might get a run.
And then you're copying him, okay?
He's all action, isn't he?
Okay, balance, please. Balance behind, guys. Let's go quickly.
There's big involvements, big events, try to score line breaks.
I need to see it in the tunnel.
And it'll be
quick
the nuts
reset,
and bolts
please.
of the games.
Balance everybody behind.
The scrum, the line out, the maul. That will be the kind of primary protocol for a front row forward, but it certainly adds a spark as well.
Yes, Danny Southworth, spotted by Matt Sherritt, now the former Cardiff coach. Has a good eye for talent, Matt Sherritt. Good to see him back in the Wales setup after that brief period last season, following the departure of Warren Gannon. Here's Lang, on to Piers O'Connor. O'Connor looking for the offload, that came off a Cardiff player. Crowd don't like it, but it's entirely legitimate. Johan Mulder couldn't get over the ball. There's James Lang, on there from Charlie Shiel. Oh, and down Beetham popped in. He was almost away with that. All happened rather quickly, Chris, but I think that was a legitimate intervention.
It was two hands. You talk about the DNA in the Cardiff attack. It's similar with Edinburgh this evening. Look at that pass. It actually bumped off the Josh Adam, was it? Or Harri Millard. So it didn't go forward, but then look at quick presentation and the quick play of the ball from Edinburgh. They're not waiting until the attack's set so they can play a nice shape. They're just playing in off instinct, which is really good to see, and it's threatening for the defence. But it's Beetham that almost got that intercept. There's, again, good decision from the fullback, because it was, I think, 3 attackers to him was the last defender, so he did enough to intervene.
Is this coincidence, or is there something going on in Scottish rugby? I watched Glasgow last week using the full width of the pitch, super hands, great intuition by players. Seeing something very similar tonight from Edinburgh.
Yeah, I think it's the best what is it? The best menu recipe for Scottish teams to play. I mean, you need an all-court game to be successful. You need the strength up front. You need to be able to strike when the opportunities come, because defences are so strong, so well organised. So many teams are so focused on slowing your possession down. When the ball, you do get the opportunity to move the ball, to move it quickly. You have to do it accurately, and we saw that for long periods last night with Glasgow, as you say, and it's part of, you know, Scotland's DNA. And Edinburgh are certainly adding those layers towards the end of last season. They scored some terrific tries, and the handling so far this evening has been top-notch as well.
Play most of your rugby on artificial pitches, which both of the Scottish teams do. Has that fostered it, rather than perhaps playing at a bottomless Scotstoun or a wet, windy and muddy Murrayfield?
Yeah, I think on average the ball speed's slightly quicker on an artificial surface, so there's more tempo, more speed in the game, and maybe that half-second quicker gives it more space to attack.
There's Shiel on there too. Lang, that also appeared to take a bit of a ricochet from somewhere. You might hear one or two mumbles and grumbles, and now you get the ironic applause, because I think that time it did go forward.
Yeah, we'll have another look. It's Charlie Shiel. Oh, it's a whole mix-up. Basham kind of gets his arm in, but under braces in the middle. It certainly went forward.
Kicking out now, okay? Next one's going to be a penalty. All right, I need you straight. The first one was really good. Last two not. Okay?
There's Sean Everett, man who spent 15 years in Durban with the Sharks. Sharks have got a few problems at the moment, haven't they?
No more talk. Let's go.
It's a difficult one to sort to know what the problem is, isn't it? With so much talent, so much experience, such a star-studded side. Yeah, they don't have access to the players for long periods of season, but neither do the other side. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Obviously got that victory today, and you always think the next big victory for them is maybe going to springboard them into some form of consistency, but they've not had it. They've not seen it so far.
There's no doubt if you're a Springbok playing your club rugby in South Africa, you have a very long season. In fact, you have virtually no off-season. Here's Bowen. The dancing feet.
Use it.
On goes Alex Mann. Alex Mann, who ended the year well last season after
use it.
beginning it with a string of injuries. Mulder. Perhaps not enough depth on that. Goosen came in, utterly fearless.
No.
There's Charlie Shiel. Carry forward that time from Grant Gilchrist, who scored a test try in the summer against Samoa. Scott. Suggestion one or two Edinburgh players might have been ahead of the kicker, but rising high. There was Lewis Wells. He's well over 6 feet tall. There's McCann, who's several inches short of 6 feet tall. Pierre Schoeman. Charlie Shiel once more. Piers O'Connor onto the captain Bradbury.
Last feet 7.
That's Liam McConnell. All 8 of the Edinburgh starting forwards tonight in Gregor Townsend's squad for the first of those internationals. That was Taine Basham just turning it over. Back there to Beetham. Beetham with a big hoof. Not sure Cardiff wanted that to go into touch. The chase coming from Beetham. Could have done with one or two of his mates helping him. Josh McNally was there.
Use it, 9.
There's Dylan Richardson helping protect the ball there for Charlie Shiel. Has to go and do a bit of burrowing himself. Here's Piers Schoeman.
Use it!
Well, Piers Schoeman's a mean-looking man. You wouldn't get too much trouble in the nightclub if you had him standing outside it most of the night. There's Beetham. Good chase it was from the captain Bradbury.
9, use it.
Mulder once more. On here to Taine Basham.
No, don't come in.
Long phase of play, isn't it? The ball's been on the field.
Use it!
And in play for must be 2, possibly 3 minutes. The players will be exhausted.
No, stop. 4.
Yeah, Taine Basham almost looked, I think, at his teammate then, and as he threw the ball to him, almost as if he was saying, "Oh, do I have to?" Back goes Johan Lloyd, being hunted down there by Ioan Ashman.
Use it!
Half an hour on the clock, 31 points on the board. It's been a cracking start to this match.
Cardiff have lost their shape a little bit here because of so much fatigue in this, how long this phase has gone on. They're trying to manufacture a situation where they can clear under less pressure.
Okay, use it!
Mulder being told to use it. There's Ben Thomas, Johan Lloyd once more. Oh, long pass off the left hand. That was a wretched one for Josh Adams to deal with. In the end, he did pretty much the best he could with it. Here's Lawrence.
Inside, yeah, inside. Use it!
Jan Mulder just checking with Andrew Brace that it's always been inside that 22, so he has the option to find touch, which he does.
Yeah, not the greatest kick, but I think the prerequisite there was to get it off the field. Cardiff, because they held the ball for quite a lot of that end of that phase, they were absolutely exhausted. They were out on their feet. Edinburgh were on their feet, still on the field. There was very little space for them to attack, but they had to try and create a platform to exit from, so getting off the field was important.
There goes Ashman as Lawrence is down, and the gaps are just opening in this Cardiff defence. There's Charlie Shiel. Josh Adams making a nuisance, and
use it!
Certainly halting the recycling of the ball from Edinburgh. That's McConnell.
Out! 20.
On the Cardiff 22, 8 minutes to go to half-time. Schoeman into Basham. Lang. Here's Wes Goosen.
No! Good contest, yes, and then went off.
McConnell just testing the shoulder there of Josh McNally. Scott feeds it on. It's been turned over. Great work there from Johan Mulder. Belcher it was playing scrum half.
Stop, Cardiff.
Harri Millard's in pursuit. Scampering along. There he goes, Millard. Can't get away though from the big fella, Lewis Wells. The offload there to Dylan Richardson. There are some lungs burning out there, believe me. The speed with which this match is being played is something to admire, but then the floated pass goes forward. We can all take a breather.
Yes, another long phase of play back to back. The lactic acid will be burning, and it's just that this is a brilliant turnover from Mulder actually on the far side. There's so many turnovers back and forward, and kicks that have remained in play, and then kick chases that have been fractured a little bit. This is Lewis Wells getting away from Tom Bowen, and then Mann with another really important tackle. Richardson, who's been absolutely everywhere in support right away and over the top, and in this possession is just a little bit slower. It allows Cardiff to get organised. Get both teams taking on some water, trying to get their breath back. It's been fast and furious.
Edinburgh having to change their two wings tonight because of injuries. Johan van der Merwe got a heel problem. Darcy Graham, is he the greater concern when it comes to November? Because he tweaked that knee again, didn't he?
I think it was a knock in the knee last weekend, and it looked as if he was going to have to come off early on in the first half, but fought through. So I think that kind of looks as if it's more like a knock rather than a twist or a strain. So I think that's hopefully a good sign. And Sean Everett said just in the build up to this match that it was more precautionary than anything. But Lewis Wells has started particularly well on that left wing, scored the early try, has been solid in the air, won a couple of high balls going forward, obviously got back and covered that and had a line break as well. So it's good to see when Darcy Graham and Johan van der Merwe aren't available, then there's ample quality to come in.
Yes, Darcy Graham still has that right knee heavily strapped, but he banged the knee early on, but then he scampered down from one end of the pitch to the other, ran a 10.2 100 with the ball tucked underneath his arm, and then we heard he got a dicky knee, which I know, I'm not sure how much of that I believe, to be honest.
Might have been a 9.58 if the knee wasn't strapped as heavy.
Nice and straight, everybody.
That's a record, isn't it? It's 9.58, is that ball?
Well, it's certainly quicker than that famous Scotsman Alan Wells, who won the Olympic 100 title back in 1980. You won't remember that, you're far too young, aren't you?
I remember.
Set!
Margot Wells, husband, Alan's wife, was sprint coach as well for some of the rugby players over the years as well.
Yeah, she used to shout and scream a bit, didn't she? Mulder. Just sending little Tom Bowen running there. Can't give that man an opportunity, Bowen. 7 tries in 5 league appearances in his career, Tom Bowen.
Yeah, and use it!
If he doesn't score, it's a collector's item. Mulder pumps it high, but that's gone into touch, and the scrum half has made a very rare error.
Yeah, it's just that fatiguing element, isn't it? The small skills, but the focus and the concentration just gets disrupted by the level of fatigue. The level of fatigue's probably possibly worse for Cardiff at the moment because they've been doing most of the defending in these 2 or 3 really long passage of play. Just as the clock just clicks past half an hour, Edinburgh winning the territory battle, and they're winning the possession battle just by keeping a hold of possession and forcing Cardiff to make a lot of tackles. Tom Bowen, you might make sure you get the tackles on him because he has such a live wire. Stoppages for Cammy Scott, who's 2nd or 3rd time he's had treatment on that shoulder. Ross Thompson would be the natural replacement on the bench, the Scottish international 10, but looks like Cammy Scott's going to soldier on.
Okay, time on.
Yeah, you mentioned Alan Wells. I was in the same Olympic team as Alan Wells. He was a hypochondriac as Alan. He was very quick. Whenever you went to the physio's room, there was always one bed occupied.
Did he ever run a 400 with you?
Not with the hurdles. I might have beat him at that. I probably wouldn't have finished in the same postcode over 100 though. It's Charlie Shiel onto Dylan Richardson, being held up by Ioan Lloyd. On there to Darcy Ray. Oh, getting over there is Liam Belcher. It's a turnover for the Cardiff captain.
Yeah, big turnover, big momentum swing. You hear the crowd come alive and the trumpet playing because Cardiff needed that. They've been under pressure. And Darcy Ray did really well just to make another couple of metres, but he got himself isolated from his support, and Belcher got over the top of the ball and just felt as if Cardiff, the reaction to that penalty tells you that it was an important one.
Ioan Lloyd.
Grant, by the time you got up, you'd already won the ball.
Alex Mann's impressive, isn't it? He's been everywhere. It's him that eventually makes a tackle, allowing Belcher to get in over the top of the possession. Grant Gilchrist was almost trying to wrestle Alex Mann out of it.
Alex Mann, beg your pardon, Chris. Sorry. Alex Mann had a cracking start to his international career, scored a try for Wales at Twickenham, and then there was the injury and the absence, and he returned in the summer after 16 months away. There's Ioan Lloyd. Oh, and Beetham unable to grab it. Piers O'Connor says thanks very much. That's the halfway line, you can see. Where's Goosen? Steps in. Here's Lang.
It's over. 50.
Oh, that was almost the 50-22.
Yeah, just short of 22, but really clever, really astute from James Lang. From that turnover, the time to strike was immediately, but Piers O'Connor couldn't quite get the ball away. So therefore, just Lang sat in the pocket, used the experience, and because Cardiff have been under that much pressure and they've been struggling for territory, it's just more of the same. Disappointing again for Cardiff on the outside edge. It's a similar turnover. They've conceded maybe 3 so far, where that pass in the first phase hasn't gone to hand, whether it be the inside backs or the outside backs. So the timing's off just that little bit.
Catch there from George Nott. Nott, who is a former world champion, having won the title with England, the under-20s, back in 2016. It's taken on by Basham. Goosen getting him quite high. It's there for Mulder. There's Southworth. Ioan Lloyd. The Edinburgh defence, though, frustrating Cardiff's attempt to go wide. Here's Millard.
Say.
George Nott with the sympathetic pass to Belcher, who skipped through one tackle. Southworth once more. There goes Ioan Lloyd. Ben Thomas Beetham looking for the offload. I think it went forward though. And that also the view of the referee. Unfortunately for the home crowd, the whistle went, what, a good 5 seconds before he touched it down.
Yes, Beetham, I tell you what, Marshall Sykes does a really good job, because Beetham did actually get his hands free, and then, well, he thought he had his hands free, he got him through the first contact, but a despairing tackle from Marshall Sykes over the top really did disrupt it, and it's almost clicking for Cardiff, but they'll be frustrated with the number of handling errors or turnovers in that outside channel. I know it's the way that they like to play, and it's entertaining to watch, and it's been effective for a big part of the first 4 games of the season, but I think that if they could have their time again this evening, they held on to 1 or 2 of those turnovers in the outside channel.
You sense the buzz of excitement though when Bowen went through, didn't you? He's just 19. What a talent.
So quick in his run. His acceleration.
Okay, let's go.
So
Turn on.
impressive. Whether that's chasing kicks, whether that's intercepting or chasing tries, whatever it is, he's so quick in his running, which threatens and scares defences.
Really good last scrum again. Let's keep that, please.
Scotland's first test match of the November period next weekend. United States, the first of their 4 test matches. New Zealand following that, followed by the Pumas, and then Tonga. We'll have to wait a week before they take on Argentina, November the 9th for that, before Japan, and then what a way to finish round the back from here at the National Stadium, the Principality, New Zealand and South Africa on the final week. There's Lang, that was a bit of a slice. Bowen waits for it. He pirouettes onto Beetham. Last half minute of an entertaining first 40. Here's Lawrence. Here's George Nott, just slips it out of the back of the hand. Ioan Lloyd trying to find a way through, but it was cut off by Dylan Richardson. There goes Javan Sebastin. Alex Mann for a moment almost suggested he was going to try and chip and chase. Here's Josh McNally.
Yes.
Referee just confirming to both sides that time is up. And Ioan Lloyd says, right, let's go and have a cup of tea. And it's richly deserved. That has been a very entertaining opening 40 minutes. There's the score. It has been a stunning first 40. Josh Adams on form. That man too, Johan Mulder. What an acquisition he's been. Edinburgh leading by 7. There goes Dylan Richardson. Powerful carry.
And use
that was George Nott who felt the force. Taking a while to get up there is the lock forward. Appears to be in one piece. And the clearance directly into touch. A rare misstep.
Yeah, we saw one just before half-time, actually. Almost exactly the same position when Johan Mulder did it. I think this wind's just blowing towards us. Main stand. Shiel really frustrated with himself because the carry from Richardson took Edinburgh outside the 22, so they had to stay in.
George Nott rising high, back to Belcher. Belcher steps in from the tram lines. Mulder in position, has his hands on it. Here's Josh McNally, the veteran. Now 35, Josh McNally. Mulder once more, missing out Belcher that time. Taine Basham right in the thick of things. Mulder once more. That time it was on to Javan Sebastin. Now the Edinburgh try line under siege. Penalty advantage to Cardiff here. There goes Danny Southworth.
Away now.
A player really buzzing with confidence, and Dylan Richardson penalised that time for playing the scrum half, so double penalty if you like. There goes Liam Belcher. On goes Josh McNally. Javan Sebastin against his old team. They're within 2 metres now. Taine Basham. He'd love to score a try here. Liam Belcher. Referee confirming the advantage is being played. That time it was Lawrence. Can they squeeze into the corner? They can. And it is Javan Sebastin against his old mates. He will be bursting with pride out of that Cardiff jersey. The tight head prop. This is what you've lost, Edinburgh. Have now brought us right back into the match.
Well, it wasn't the only carry in that build-up. He had 3 or 4, one with a wicked sidestep as well, Javan Sebastin. Lawrence got almost close to the line, brilliant clear out from Southworth, and Mulder delivers a pass. And importantly, Sebastin gets in between 2 defenders, Sykes and Goosen, and manages to get the try line. But before that, it was 6, 7, 8 carries in a row, just straight pick and go from Cardiff, just going as direct as possible, no pass, no tip on, just straight towards the Edinburgh defence. It gave him a momentum, and Sebastin made it over.
Well, Johan Lloyd's heels on the touchline, and he's hooked it wide of the left-hand upright, so Edinburgh stay in front, but the deficit is down to 2.
It's always important. It's important to score any time, but immediately after half-time can have a big psychological effect as well. But this was the front peel where Belcher got away down the near side, and then from there it was just direct all the way to the try line from Cardiff. And on 2 or 3 penalties conceded in that phase alone, Edinburgh will have to be careful not to fall on the wrong side of under brace.
3 tries apiece. There's a lot up for grabs. Edinburgh having started the evening in 11th spot. Slightly false position, bearing in mind that they do have the game in hand as a result of the postponement. That game against Ulster, which didn't go ahead at the Hive. Here's Mulder. Good catch from Edinburgh. There goes McCann. Ioan Ashman. Real power in those lower limbs of Ioan Ashman. Here's Pierre Schoeman. Cut from a similar cloth. Here's O'Connor. Being held up there by Taine Basham. He's got his knee down. Referee says the tackle is complete. Here's Bradbury. On to James Lang, running out of plastic real estate underneath the main stand here.
You're fine, you can't use your hands. Leave him, leave him. Rock his front.
Well, Charlie Shiel's off here and there's space. Well, it's Johan Mulder once more who gets over it, and that an absolutely crucial turnover.
Hold him.
It's not his first either, is it, Mulder? Strong, we saw how strong he was when he's finishing the try, and it's his second or third jackal turnover. On his opposite number, Charlie Shiel, who took the penalty quickly. It was Millard who was penalised for. He was fine coming in initially to clear out, but then he used his hands and the ball was still in the ruck. Shiel goes quickly, and Mulder, his opposite number. Here he goes, the top of the scene comes over. It's actually Beetham with the tackle, and Mulder gets over the top of possession. An opportunity missed for Edinburgh.
Well, I guess there are 1 or 2 observers who might be wondering how a man who's never really cracked it in domestic South African rugby keeps out 2 scrum halves who started for Wales. I'm talking about Ellis Bevan and Alan Davis. Ellis Bevan, who was the first choice 9 for Wales just a little more than 12 months ago. Well, Johan Mulder is giving a demonstration of that this evening. He's just about everything. Scrum half, loose forward. Wesley Goosen having to turn back on his heel, but the ball went forward.
It was just a slight shower of rain at half-time, so perhaps the ball's just a little bit more greasy. Edinburgh did well to win against the throat of the line out. I think they've got the most wins against the throat of the line out. Steals Edinburgh in the competition. That was another one there for Liam McConnell. And then their attack off it was quite passive. They got to the outside edge. The pass was a little bit behind Goosen and he couldn't quite hold it. So couple of errors in quick succession, but there was a shower of rain, and
let's go, fellas,
perhaps just coming on. We can see it at the far side of the floodlights as well. The ball will be slightly greasy.
Nice and straight.
Just seen the 2 coaches, Gethin Jenkins alongside Conil Funsale and Johnny Goodrich, and there is Sean Everett.
Set. Good.
There's the second surge from the Edinburgh pack. They did well to keep hold of it there, did Cardiff.
Okay, out.
Cammy Scott making the tackle there. James Lang providing the nuisance element. Here goes Liam Belter getting spun around. Liam McConnell it is with the blue protective headgear. Back to Ioan Lloyd, who picks his spot. Oh, that's a good kick. Ross McCann perhaps should have stopped that, but it was a horrible one to deal with.
Yeah, as soon as you see Ioan Lloyd dropping so deep, you know it's coming, the kick's coming, and I think Ross McCann should catch it on the full. I think he's got enough time to come forward and catch it on the full, but it's so perfectly weighted and perfectly judged from Ioan Lloyd. And he gets his 50-22.
It squirted a bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
The rain is coming down.
In now, same for you.
It was forecast after what's been a pretty good day in Cardiff. Belcher.
More.
There goes Belcher once more. Mulder on to Thomas. Mulder again. Cardiff growing in confidence, building up the speed and the momentum. There goes Lawrence.
No, off now, don't come in.
Josh McNally there. And it's Basham there who tried to make a metre, but
you're off your feet to deny the contest.
Cardiff going off their feet.
Just as at the end of the first half, we said we felt as if it was an important penalty win for Cardiff. That's an important penalty win for Edinburgh because the momentum was building against them. As the rain comes on, as the ball gets greasy, you want to be winning the territory battle as far up the field as possible, but Cardiff have come out strong in the second half. Still Edinburgh can't get further up the field. The wind's picked up a little bit as well towards us at this stand side. This is Basham's carry, and then there's the sealing off.
Yeah, you've gone straight off feet, denied the contest.
Yeah, not allowing Ioan Ashman at the ball. It's Ben Donald.
Don't close.
Was penalised.
5.
Yeah, there he is.
Javan.
Like George Nott, former London Irish player.
More. Over.
Ben Donald adding a little bit of additional ballast to this pack.
Okay, leave him.
Shiel with the clearance. Josh Adams waits for it. He's got Beetham alongside him if he wants to use him. He does, and he goes head down and straight into Magnus Bradbury. Change of mind there from Ioan Lloyd. Charlie Shiel with the good positioning. And then with the step and the little acceleration to beat Ioan Lloyd. Half an hour remaining in the Welsh capital. Will it be the men from the Scottish capital who go away with the points? Both sides within a try bonus point.
Okay, last feet 5. Let's go, positive set. Play on. Advantage.
That was palmed back by Lewis Wells, making full advantage of his additional height. There goes Goosen getting through, and it's Mulder who got him around the bootlaces. Here's Sykes. That was a good pick-up from McConnell around his bootlaces. Sebastin made the tackle. Oh, good hands. Here's Ioan Ashman. Did well to keep in play there, did Edinburgh.
Mulder with another tackle. He's had 2 or 3 really telling tackles in this phase alone. The Cardiff 9.
He's got all court skills and talents. Good counter-rucking there from Cardiff, and they've turned it over, and Belcher is presenting it for a scrum half. And then it goes back to Beetham, who fires it long and hard, but just straight down the throat of Schoeman. Good follow-up from Beetham. That's the halfway line. You can see penalty goes to Cardiff.
Yes, McNally, I think, gets over the top of the ball. There he is, the veteran. The wind's picking up in the favour of Cardiff, and it's putting second thoughts into Edinburgh as they think to kick back towards it. That long kick there from Beetham was just thumped as far downfield as possible. Goosen takes it, and there was space in the backfield, but he wasn't confident enough to kick it. And then the tackle comes. Edinburgh wipe out 3 of their own players, and McNally gets over and wins the penalty. It's Beetham, I think, they actually made the tackle from his kick. but there was space in the backfield for Goosen to find, but decided to carry.
Water off.
Josh McNally, 35, was out of contract, took on for a year by Matt Sherratt. Played in 16 of 18 league matches last season. One of those 2 that he missed was because of RAF duties, and he started every game this season. So Javan Sebastin leaves us. He's replaced by Kieran Asarati. So Asarati comes on also. Corey Domachowski. So we lose one current Wales squad member and we gain another. One on the tight head side joins us and the one on the loose head leaves. McNally. There's Belcher once more. Mulder onto Lawrence. They're inside the Edinburgh 22. Edinburgh like this place. They've won on their last 2 visits.
Tackle! Release!
Here's Basham, pops it up to Belcher. Gilchrist it was who made that tackle. There goes Lawrence once more, rolling.
Last feet, Edinburgh.
The anticipation growing here at the Arms Park. On goes McNally.
No.
Inch by inch, foot by foot, edging their way towards that Edinburgh line. There's barely a chink of light between those white jerseys.
Drive up. All is out, yeah.
Well, they keep bashing away to Cardiff. There goes Asarati.
No. No.
Ben Donnell.
No hands. Ball is available. Don't hold him in. Use it!
The pause, they stare into one another's eyes. Belcher goes wide.
Listen the tackle.
Ben Thomas getting side down.
Knock on advantage.
There's a knock-on advantage here. On goes Domachowski.
Don't come in.
Mulder.
It's advantage over.
On to George Nott. Referee says the advantage is over. Here's Lawrence. They're back within 5 metres of Cardiff, and this time they're penalised, and it's 1 for the Edinburgh defence.
Schoeman who gets over it. The advantage was called over. It was just a scrum advantage for a knock-on rather than a penalty advantage. And Edinburgh had to hold firm. Actually, the slower the possession got for Cardiff, the less threatening the look and the more time there was for Edinburgh to get organised defensively, but they still had to get it right physically. And Schoeman clamping onto the ball, lifting Lawrence off the feet, off the ground. And getting the reward with the penalty, but when the tempo's quicker, Cardiff looked far more threatening. When it got slow, as it normally does when you get closer towards the line, there's more time for Edinburgh's defence to get set. But the conditions have certainly changed in the second half. The rain's fairly teeming down now, and Ioan's whipping up and whirling. Cardiff are playing at the right end of the field.
Winters here, the Peter Thomas stand.
Yeah, I know. I've got a team as well, mate.
A fantastic supporter of Cardiff Rugby.
9 Edinburgh, Charlie. Edinburgh, Charlie.
19 points to 17. It is Edinburgh who lead. A change is being made by Edinburgh. On comes Conor McAlpine, who was drafted into the 23 earlier today with Ben Belcher failing a fitness test.
Time on. 9 back 10. 9.
Young man who went to school at Watsonians he played for before
9.
joining Edinburgh.
9.
A rare opportunity for the young scrum half. Here he is. 21 on his back. That's how old he is as well. Perhaps not his best. He's going to be nervous.
Well, Andrew Bass was telling him to go back because the line wasn't over. They hadn't been driven through the mark, and then just as he got there, he got sent back again. And then the Hughes call came. It's all a little bit of a mess, but another couple of changes coming for Edinburgh in the front row.
Yes, Paul Hull wearing 18, a man who played for England almost a decade ago. He's a huge man, isn't he, Paul Hull?
Paul Hill played for England as well, but he was a fullback.
Paul Hull was a fullback, wasn't he? Who played it. I should say Paul Hill. I remember Paul Hull.
Yeah, so do I. Quality player, fullback. Well, that's Paul Hill, the tight head.
Paul Hill.
Who also played for England.
Who played for England, yeah. A decade or so ago, had a long career at Northampton.
There's a contest. Edinburgh. Grant. There's a contest.
Well, other than that try, what was it, 2 minutes into the second half from Cardiff, there's no other point. And when it was fast and loose in the first half, there's been a lot more errors in the second half. Yeah, the conditions have changed, but I think the pressure's building as well as we tipped off towards the final quarter, because Edinburgh really didn't clear the lines particularly well on a couple of occasions there, and then the fall throw from Belcher. Nathan Jenkins isn't happy with that one. Look,
Crouch!
looks grumpy.
Bind! Set! Square. 9!
Yes, Gethin Jenkins is sat up there in a little artificial setup above one of the commentary boxes, and you certainly know what mood he's in when you're working in that commentary box, because the scaffolding rattles. And it's always Gethin Jenkins, we are assured, who makes it rattle.
Here they come.
Could be some rattling to come over the course of the next 23 minutes. Here is young McAlpine. Catch there from Beetham. There's a good chase there from Lewis Wells. Not bad when you can replace one huge fast wing, Ioan van der Merwe, with another. Young Lewis Wells, just 22. Josh Adams in pursuit. That was a good catch under pressure.
Conor McAlpine, who put a good box kick up, who then stayed in the backfield. They had to deal with that. He did it well, the youngster.
You don't quite hear the thundering of feet on these soft carpets, do you? But he would have known that Josh Adams was coming.
Yeah, you can feel it.
It sounds more like carpet slippers when they're coming at you on one of these plastic surfaces. Jacob Beetham there in a contest.
Edinburgh's ball.
And it's Edinburgh's ball.
Yeah, it's Liam McConnell. The aerial skills are fantastic. Back row forward.
There goes Bowen Fenta. Back to McAlpine. Another one pumped up into the air. That time it was spilled forward.
Advantage, let's see what comes.
Referee playing a knock-on advantage here.
See what comes, advantage. Use it. Okay, no advantage. Always under pressure.
Yeah, nobody really wanted to take that advantage, did it? Edinburgh didn't want to kick it away, but kicking's probably the best option with the conditions as they are.
Always under pressure, Edinburgh ball.
Slightly gone off a bit. But if they'd kicked that there, the advantage had been called over, and they weren't really in an attacking shape that was going to threaten the Cardiff defence, so they just opted for this. Good kick from Ross Thompson as well, that high hanging kick. And it was Johan Lloyd who couldn't quite take it under pressure on the far side. And Edinburgh were able to build from the scrum.
Cardiff have won just one of the last 8 meetings between these sides. Do those sort of statistics have a bearing on the mindset of players? I guess they probably don't even know about that unless they've been sent the same note sheet that I have.
Not really. I think it's about the here and now, isn't it? Yeah, you can learn from previous experiences, and there'll be each one of those 8 or 9 fixtures will be decided by completely different things at different times, but there's always viewed as it's the opportunity to win the next one, really, rather than what happened in the last 8 occasions. It can give an away side probably more confidence, or more relevant to an away side. They can use it more as confirmation that they can go there and win rather than the home side. But so Edinburgh may have tapped into that.
It's all this stuff about bogey teams is good for headline writers when you're a journalist, but as a player, it just doesn't matter.
Just get on with it. When you're out there, it's the here and now that really matters. That's what you can affect.
If they come early, I'll deal with it. As I said before the game, don't stand up. Let's go.
Look there at Paul Hill.
No freebies, lads.
Over on the far side with the band around his head. He's got to be about 6'3", hasn't he? Maybe even 6'4". Huge man.
Good season. His first season last season with Edinburgh. Played a really good season, really impressive statistics all round. Darcy's been kind of favoured ahead of him in the last few games at the start of this season, but so much quality on the bench to come on.
Well, the front row's popping up there for Edinburgh, and it's Cardiff who get the penalty. Oh, they're up for this, aren't they?
It's a big scrum. There's a lot of power coming through in the second row as well from Cardiff. Well celebrated. It just pops Edinburgh up. There it is. Yeah. Big shunt. Belcher's delighted.
There's no doubt that Liam Belcher has that sort of character, which means you just want to play for him. Luke Crosby comes on.
Let's go, Cardiff.
Another impressive shift from Liam McConnell coming off. It's a young player.
Good gap, Edinburgh, please.
It's sometimes easy to play well once, you know, when you give an opportunity, but he's backed up 4 really good performances. Consistency
Cardiff on the line.
at the front
on the line.
of everything.
Edinburgh,
Ball carry, tackle, defence, aerial challenge. Really deserves his inclusion in the national squad.
Cardiff on the line.
And with the departure of
Edinburgh,
Jamie Ritchie to France, I guess McConnell was the most obvious cab off the rank, wasn't he?
Yeah, quite different players in some ways, well, similar in some ways, different in others to Jamie. More of an out-and-out 6, whereas Jamie was comfortable probably at 7 as well, but yeah, definitely more one for the present, but one for the future as well, Liam McConnell.
Yeah, he's just 21, having his 4th straight start tonight. It's there with Belcher. Squeezes it out of the back of the hand to his scrum half. There's the carry forward up to the Edinburgh 22. Belcher once more. Oh, look at that. Sheer persistence. Mulder, Lawrence. The captain again. Getting a bit of help from his mates, including Ben Donnell. There's Josh McNally. Taine Basham getting cut down. Mulder, they've got to start all over again. Here's Ioan Lloyd. Almost a bit of shadow boxing there from the fly off. Mulder has a go himself. Lawrence. Patient this from Cardiff. Can they be precise? Asarati. Ben Thomas out of the back of the hand. A real chance here. Oh, and the ball was lost when it was within inches of the try line. Josh Adams denied.
Tom off. Quick check there.
Andrew Race is going to check. He asked Josh Adams if he knocked it on, and he said, I'm not sure. Was it Luke Crosby gets back into the tackle? Knocks it out his hands.
Yeah, he knocked it, didn't he? Dropped it.
Yeah, scrum 5 then.
Another look at here.
Lost forward.
Lovely offload from Ben Thomas, wasn't it? Stepped inside initially.
Thumbs off. So.
He certainly not scored it.
All good, Lee.
Intervention of Luke Crosby was significant.
Yeah, really, really important. A tackle from Goosen and then Crosby coming in over the top. Just as Josh Adams, who did well to step the first 2 players back against the sliding defence, couldn't quite get it down. But the build-up to that play was really similar to the build-up to the Javan Sebastin's try just at the start of the second half. Just Cardiff being direct with a pick and go. Just building momentum as they get a couple of metres every time. It was actually that man Johan Mulder that set them on their way as well with a powerful carry from the scrum half, getting you go forward metres.
Well, this is quite a significant alteration.
Okay.
The general being pulled out of the fray. Off goes Liam Belcher. Hughes is on in his place.
Yeah, it's been impressive, Liam Belcher. It looked as if he was holding his left shoulder a little bit. Maybe it's not, maybe it's okay. An infectious player, isn't he?
Okay. Balance, everybody.
He's one of those inspirational leaders, is Liam Belcher.
Yeah.
Big scrum for Edmund ended here because the last scrum obviously resulted in a penalty for Cardiff. So Bowen Venter on the near side, Paul Hill at the far side.
Set. Square.
Get this right. Early push.
Working your feet, 18.
Ooh.
18, working your feet.
The sort of ill-discipline that Cardiff can ill afford when they've got that sort of field position. Kieran Asarati it is who's been penalised.
Yeah, it's an early push, wasn't it? It was just creeping forward, too eager. But discipline's the right word, Martin. That's what it has to be. Top notch. We've got Edinburgh in a difficult situation, a difficult position in the field, into the wind, in that corner. I think it's such an easy exit.
In those positions, even when you're out of possession, you just got to make it difficult for the opposition, haven't you?
Cardiff, no huddles.
It's a good kick actually from Ross Thompson to get as far as he did outside the 22 on that narrow angle. Mulder Brace is trying to get the tempo back in the game, but Cardiff are taking their time.
Yeah, Edinburgh, thank you.
Ross Thompson, who came off the bench last week, had a little more than half an hour, his first appearance of the season. Oh dear. Belcher departs, Hughes arrives, throw goes astray.
So tackle, release.
Cardiff told to release the player in possession.
And use it!
15 minutes remain. It's a nail-biter.
It's important if Edinburgh kick, either chase has to be good as well.
Oh. Excellent catch. There's Thompson onto his left foot. Josh Adams waits.
Use it!
There's only one in the backfield for Edinburgh as well. Wes Goosen's just dropping off the space for Cardiff to find with a kick.
Stop Cardiff.
Johan Lloyd looks up, thinks he can see some space. He finds it. Got a bit of top spin on that one. There's Thompson. Well, Donald just rather overcommitted himself, made it easy. Space and options here for Cardiff. Beetham needs to do something with it.
Tackle, out.
Here's Asarati. On there to Lloyd. Ben Thomas, Josh Adams. Well, you have to say, it's all Cardiff at the moment.
Yeah, it's difficult for Edinburgh to get out and against the wind. Cardiff controlling possession as well.
Lloyd a little bit indecisive. There was a call for knock-on.
Okay, just wait. Just come into me, fellas. Okay, we're going to play the scrum Cardiff, all right?
Oh, I say.
I've got backwards. He's ran into me,
That's worked quite nicely for Cardiff.
Time off. Players down.
Yeah, Joshua Adams wasn't moving freely at all there. It's twisted, I think, from the kick chase. I think Lewis Wells tackled him pretty low and he twisted as he went down. And it was almost an opportunity to counter-attack when the ball came back to Josh Adams, but he couldn't really get going because he's carrying that injury. Cardiff playing a couple of substitutions as well.
Well, if Josh Adams goes off, they've got a 9 and a 10
this is it here,
on the bench.
Lewis Wells just tactically falls awkwardly.
Okay, let's go.
You could see the grimace. Another source of concern for Steve Tandy. On comes Callum Sheedy. I suspect that Ioan Lloyd may well move to full-back. Jacob Beetham will move on to the wing. That's perhaps how I would read things here. George Nott leaves us. Also stripped off and ready to go is Callum Hunter-Hill.
5, Charlie, 5.
Adams looks like he's going to try and continue. He did have a run after that, actually. He looked a little bit freer, but...
Okay, good.
No, it's coming off.
Okay,
Dan Thomas, you may well have seen on. He's another member of the over 30s club. Scored a try last week down the road at Rodney Parade.
When you're ready, fellas.
So we're going to see that rejig.
So hit and hold, fellas. Hit and hold.
Yeah, Beetham onto the right wing, isn't it? Sheedy at 10.
Yeah.
And Lloyd at fullback. What it looks like.
I know me onions, Chris.
You do.
Seconds.
At least that's what I claim.
It's an important string in your bow, not you knowing your onions, but having that versatility. If you are going for 6-2 bench splits or 7-1s, it's really important you have players who are comfortable and understanding and playing all different positions.
And use it!
So Mulder On there to Ben Thomas. Sheedy. Oh, first touch isn't a particularly profitable one. There's Ben Thomas once more doing a little bit of skipping. Clock starting to run down a bit here now for Cardiff. There goes Harri Millard. Referee think it was high. Andrew Bray says it was a shoulder. There goes Kieran Asarati just bouncing off the defenders. Sheedy. Oh, Lawrence has spilt it.
Yeah, it's getting a bit scrappy, isn't it? Lawrence is frustrated with himself. Edinburgh bringing a little more speed to their defence to force it. They're probably coinciding with that rain coming down. Just trying to apply as much pressure as possible.
Let's go, guys, let's go.
It's probably a knock on there, really, is from Marshall Sykes in the tackle, yeah, but then 2 or 3 phases later, the ball just pops up, doesn't it? Dylan Richardson is in the island, he's up quick, and Alan Lawrence can't quite take it as the rain comes on again.
Yes, Alan Lawrence, for all his qualities, and he does have real qualities, he's not a man who I would put in the gully. His hands are perhaps sometimes a little suspect.
Crowds!
Great carrier.
Yeah, absolutely. Gethin still angry. The expression's not changed. Back to the scrum where Cardiff had the upper hand in the last 2 or 3, so we'll see what happens here. Solid.
Okay, use it.
11 minutes to go. Thompson with a little shimmy.
Use it!
Edinburgh will enjoy just having the ball in their hands. They haven't seen too much of it in this second half. There's Bowen Fenter.
Yeah. Let it come.
There's Connor McAlpine. Carrying a huge weight of responsibility in these last 10 minutes, the young scrum half. Ioan Lloyd, confident under that high ball. Cardiff have got to go through it all again here.
Don't swing. And use it.
Just 2 points the difference, so any sort of score might win it.
Stop.
Goosen puts it down. Well, the referee decides that the knock-on was from a Cardiff player. Ben Donnell can't believe it. The Cardiff crowd can't believe it.
Please, okay? 19. 19.
Ben Donnell's getting a row from under base. He's getting told to calm down. We'll have another look at it.
So I've got a knock-on live there, Edinburgh.
Yeah. Beetham certainly came through. It's just whether he got his hands to it or whether it came off Goosen. I actually think Edinburgh should drop one more player into the backfield because they're coming the backfield with 2 when you know the kick's coming. Cardiff are doing a good job of getting a 3rd player in the backfield, and it's given Edinburgh very little space to try and target with a kick.
Okay, I think it's tight. It's going to be replaced now.
Oh, so that is
just double check that.
getting a bit of treatment as well.
On there by Cardiff, Cole. I'm not sure why anything different. Yeah, I think it's here. Yeah.
Okay, 10 minutes left on the clock. Tonight's official attendance.
Just a little bit of the magic fingers there on the clavicle.
Thank you all very, very much.
Okay, let's go.
There you go. We need strong medics now.
Yeah, so if he swings around, I'm not going to use that as an extended harness.
There's Pierre
So
Schoeman.
if you're legal to begin with, onside.
Corey Domachowski, who, well, he's just slipped off the radar a little bit with Wales and even Cardiff to a degree over the course of the last 12 months.
He's got a TMO in the background, okay? He's got better footage than you, okay? Let's go, come on.
That was I mean, that was slightly sarcastic from the referee, wasn't it?
Okay, bind up.
I've got a TMO in the background, and he's got better footage than you. Interesting defensive setup from Cardiff here. They've got 3, standoff and 2 centres up, and then you can see Tom Bowen dropping off on the outside. It actually gives Edinburgh that space on the outside to try and attack. Bowen will come up if Edinburgh move this, but from the initial phase, it makes it very difficult for Edinburgh to kick in behind that front line. In fact, Bowen's coming
Use
up now.
it! Both down!
Edinburgh looking for the penalty there, but we're just going to have a reset.
Come off.
Cuban has a struggle, isn't it, for that shoulder knock. He's fighting hard. He's obviously just had treatment, and then the first thing you have to do is go back into the scrum.
No issues until you two have come on, and all the issues this side, all right? Okay, I suggest you now take control, stay up in the contest. Okay, let's go. When I say use it, stop pushing.
Well, the basic message there was the previous 6 were all good, well behaved, and you lot haven't been.
Rose-tinted spectacles. Everything was all right until you came on.
Okay, come a little bit closer, okay?
Last 9 minutes, crucial for both sides, particularly Cardiff. It's a weekend which we will have yet to see a Welsh team win. No Welsh winners so far this weekend, and 2 of them played against one another.
Point! Just said it to you over there, don't stand up. Yeah.
Free kick to Edinburgh.
This will go up in the air, I think, from Thompson. Organise a chase. The rain's coming down, the wind swirling.
Beetham's called for it. Oh, he did well. What despite pressure. Sheedy almost on his heels there. Did well to get rid of that. That was a fantastic catch in retreat. But look here at the Cardiff jerseys. They get the penalty. Now, what do you do now? I know it's raining, but I was watching Ioan Lloyd before kick-off, knocking him over from halfway. It's certainly within range. Piers O'Connor, great catch, but in the end getting caught in possession.
Yeah, he's going to have a look at Ioan Lloyd. He's going to take it on. It was actually a miss-hit kick from Sheedy that went much shorter than I think he'd hoped, but it actually found that kind of dead space between the front line and the back, the front field and the back field, and O'Connor did really well to catch it going backwards, but he should have shifted the point of contact because all the pressure was behind him. And when the tackle from behind came, and then the counter ruck, it set up this opportunity for Ioan Lloyd.
Straight in front, 49 metres out. This could be a 4-pointer. Is this the match here? Well, the distance is not a problem. And the line is perfect. With one swing of the right boot, Ioan Lloyd may well have made himself a Cardiff hero in his first start.
That's an excellent kick under all sorts of pressure, the conditions, the fact that you only kicked 1 from 3 so far and you're 50 metres out. It's an excellent strike.
That's Iceman stuff.
And
well, I guess there will be coaches for Cardiff saying now you can't stop playing, lads. They have been dominant in this second half, and now Wesley Goosen is spilling them. That fella's wet, but he's enjoying himself.
That's an excellent kick from Al Davis as well to get so much distance, so much length, and it just dropped short of the touchline, so Goosen has to play it. It's unlike him. It's just a momentum swing again.
Yeah, it went down on the boundary ropes, didn't it? There's Alan Davis.
I'm not going to say again, open up and come in. That's good, lads.
Well, Chris, it's been a cracking night. There may be another twist to come, though.
Yeah, it's the first time Cardiff have been ahead. And from their perspective, the right time to be ahead.
And look at the pressure, and now Edinburgh have got to play slightly high-risk stuff in conditions which are not particularly well suited to it.
Yeah, let it come there.
Well, there's somebody just leaving in front of us.
Yeah,
Not a time to leave, is it?
Use it!
It's like leaving 4 minutes before the end of the mousetrap.
It's a good effort to play the line from Conor McCarthy there. You can see the wind whipping the ball back towards him. But what Cardiff will do now is they'll slow the tempo right down. Edinburgh making a change. Piers the corner coming off, Matt Davidson coming on.
Okay, Cardiff, in you come, 7 men. Come on.
So that change being made. Here is Matt Davidson, who came through the 7 setup. Here's O'Connor leaves us.
Not too big.
Hughes has got to hit his man here.
No contest. More. Over. Through the middle.
Ali Davis just getting sucked in there by Marshall Sykes, who did well there for Edinburgh. But it's still with Cardiff. 4 minutes on the clock. It's going to be a long 4 minutes for the men from the Welsh capital. How much it would mean. 3 wins from 4 could become 4 from 5. A win here for Cardiff would take them level with Glasgow. The Storm was out in front after their win in Italy. Davis pumps it high. The catch from Lewis Wells, scorer of the first try, which seems like a devil of a long time ago now. That time it was Dylan Richardson.
And use it!
Being told to use it, but they can barely waste a second, Edinburgh. Callum Sheedy just pushing Dan Thomas to one side and saying, I'll look after this fella. Here goes Goosen, little skip and a sprint. It was a Cardiff speed bump and not much more there. Edinburgh in possession and just inside the Cardiff half. Inside the last 3 minutes, James Lang with a dummy. Every tackle matters here for Cardiff if they are to prevail.
Penalty.
Wait. I know, but you put yourself there, Alex. Go roll out.
Davis on the wrong side. It was Matt Davidson who made the carry. The pressure to make those decisions or put yourself in those positions comes because it's quick ball for Edinburgh. Goosen had a really good break from a long kick from Sheedy up that far side. It put Edinburgh on the front foot and gave them quicker ball. Ross Thompson's been forced back a wee bit.
Oh, he's stolen a couple of metres again, and Andrew Brace has blown his whistle. The clock runs on. We're up towards 78 minutes. The crowd are getting aerated. Andrew Brace is making sure that he asserts his authority. And Ross Thompson gets marched back 3 metres.
Josh, your captain. Your captain. Next person who puts their arms up.
The wonders of Saturday night sport. It really is terrific. Only a couple of hours left in the day, but I tell you what a rugby day it's been. There's Paddy Harrison. Clock says just over 90 seconds. Oh, it's been taken on, and away goes Taine Basham. And Cardiff sense that this perhaps is the moment to seal it. Domachowski. They're 12 metres inside their own half. They've got to be mindful here of Cardiff. Davis takes to the skies, the watery skies. Goosen spills it, it's gone forward. Tempers are getting frayed.
Yeah, it's a perfect kick from Alan Davis. That really was. You're 6 or 7 metres from the touchline. It has to be perfect. There's a chance it can go straight out. But again, like the last one he put in, it puts Goosen a metre from the touchline, and Goosen can't take it. Edinburgh had the opportunity through the lineup, but it was overthrown, and then the box kick comes.
Time back on, let's go. Okay, here.
And then Basham and Wells How about a push and shove? Sheedy's like, don't do anything silly, don't concede a penalty, you've just won the turnover. He's been all action, Taine Basham this evening, hasn't he?
Thousands of Cardiff fans are dancing in the rain.
Seconds.
One more solid scrum.
Crouch.
The last time Cardiff won 5 consecutive matches at the Arms Park, 6 years ago.
Early.
It's a free kick, and that is going to be it. The ball is fired into touch. Andrew Brace blows his whistle.